My body has more than 30 fatal diseases. Cancer accounts for half of these, so I don't have a few days to live. But I'm very happy, because not only can these diseases not kill me, still, my magic weapon to defeat my opponents, just because when I was 12 years old, found that I could see some things that others can't see. That year, my mother fell ill, diagnosed with late-stage lung cancer. That's when I discovered there are 2 purple spots on the mother's head. I told my father about this, but my father doesn't want to believe me. Driven by curiosity, I reached out and touched those 2 words. Subsequently, I felt like there was a huge black hole inside my body. Something is being removed from the mother's body, breathed into my body. This process lasted about half a minute. Immediately afterwards, I felt very uncomfortable, having some difficulty breathing. I couldn't stop coughing, but my mother's spirit has improved a lot. The next day, my mother went to the hospital for a review. The doctor was so surprised that my mother's lung cancer was cured without treatment. But the good times don't last long. Within a few days, I was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. At that time, I had a vague guess in my mind. It's like I traded my life for my mother's life. Although the doctors said that I might not survive more than 3 months, but it seems that almost 10 years have passed. Although I have always been sick, but there have been no signs of death. And I always thought that my time was numbered. Absorbed all the symptoms that can be absorbed from parents. I hope they can live a healthy life after I die. But the accident happened first. When I was 18, my parents died in a traffic accident, so I was left alone. But fortunately, I still have Su Qingqing. She is one of the rare few who knows my physical condition, still willing to get close to me. But then, it also appeared on her head. 2 big purple characters. Later, I took her to the hospital for a checkup. As expected, she has leukemia. But how could I watch her suffer like that? So I chose to absorb again. The price is that my physical condition is getting worse and worse. Anyway, I can't live much longer. Why don't you just be a good person? In the next time, I helped a lot of people. Just this morning, after draining my college roommate's hemorrhoids, I feel like my body can't support it anymore. I came to the hospital again. The moment you enter the hospital, a girl with a pale face pretended to be in love with me. The girl quickly took 2 steps back and stood up again. Sorry. Didn't mean it. But when I look at each other again, I was stunned for a moment, because this time, 4 words drain appeared above the opponent's head. Grant me to think quickly in my heart. Absorb. You can transfer other people's diseases to yourself. Wouldn't the gift mean that you can cure your own illness? Transfer to others. And just then, that girl suddenly said, "You are Shen Wubing. Do you know me?" I looked at him again. The other person's whole body. The total cost of the clothes probably doesn't exceed 200 yuan. But her appearance is absolutely beautiful. But I really don't know the other person. The girl explained weakly. Su Qingqing and I are in the same class. I often see you bringing her breakfast. So that's it. At this time, I also woke up instantly. I just wanted to treat my illness. Transfer to the girl in front of you. Shen Wubing. Shen Wubing. Even if you can't be a good person, you can never be a bad person. I found that the other party had been covering his abdomen. I stepped forward and wanted to reach out to support him. It feels a little inappropriate again. Finally, he scratched his head and asked, "Are you okay?" After hesitating for a few seconds, he asked tentatively, "Can you help me?" Binking University of Technology. I helped him get out of a taxi. Just then, a rather sharp female voice came from behind me. "Shen Wubing, what are you doing?" I turned around. I found out that the person coming was Su Qingqing. "Qingqing, are you going to your classmate's birthday party? Why are you here?" "This morning, I want Su Qingqing to accompany me to the hospital for a checkup." As a result, Su Qingqing said that she was going to attend a classmate's birthday party. No time to accompany me to the hospital. Su Qingqing's face looked a little ugly at this time. "You have the nerve to ask me who that woman is." I was about to explain. That girl came to me first. "Qingqing, don't get me wrong, Shen Wubing and I met by chance in the hospital. I feel a little unwell. I asked him to send me back." Ling Man. Su Qing showed a look of surprise. "Ling Man, I seem to have heard this name somewhere." "Qingqing, this is your sick boyfriend." Only then did I realize that Qin Hao was next to Su Qingqing. Qin Hao is a student in the Taoist class of Polytechnic University. 3 years ago, awakened beings are appearing all over the world. Most of those who are awakened are young people. Official investigation found the age of 20 is the peak age for awakening. The earlier you wake up, the ability to awaken is stronger. Therefore, various colleges and universities established separate Taoist classes, dedicated to cultivating those who are awakened. This Qin Hao in front of me, they are students from the Taoist class of the Polytechnic University, and he awakened the powerful fire. Su Qingqing pretended to be sad and said to Shen Wubing, "Thank you for being so good to me when no one else wants to play with you. Who has been with you? Now, you actually went with other women behind my back." I was about to explain. Su Qingqing continued to say that for such a long time, there are so many people pursuing me. I rejected them all, but now you betray me. At this time, many students have come to watch. Whisper. However, I clearly noticed the smile of successful conspiracy on Su Qingqing's face. In an instant, I seemed to understand everything. Su Qingqing turned to look at Qin Hao's side. I treat Shen Wubing wholeheartedly, but he failed me. Now I am willing to accept your pursuit. Upon hearing this, Qin Hao hugged Su Qingqing into his arms, and I saw this scene. A bitter smile appeared on his face. Lin Man stood up. He stared hard into Su Qingqing's eyes. "Speak slowly." "Su Qingqing, You went too far. You said you rejected the pursuit of countless people. It's for Shen Wubing, but in fact it is just for sale. Because those who pursue you, you don't even like it, right? By the way, you probably don't know. My awakened ability is mind reading. Qin Hao frowned. It's wrong to ask. Since you are the awakened one, why didn't you join the Taoist class? Because not everyone. They all regard awakening as a kind of capital to show off. Lin Man looked at Su Qingqing again. There are many ways to break up, but you work so hard for your reputation. But I chose the most hurtful one. That's enough. Qin Hao was obviously a little dissatisfied. Su Qingqing is now my Qin Hao's woman. It's not your turn to tell me what to do. As he spoke, he opened his hand. A blazing flame instantly appeared in his palm. Lin Man took half a step back. Although he is an awakener, but he has no fighting ability. Even Dao Ban refused him to join. He didn't even want to admit the fact that he had awakened, because the ability to read minds is really terrifying. No one wants the secret they keep in their heart being spied on. So he has a poisonous heart, destined to be ostracized. Isolated, I stepped forward quickly. Standing in front of Lin Man, Qin Hao holds a ball of flame with one hand. What are you going to do again? Sick Yangzi, want to stand up for him. Just break up. There's no need to make things so tense. Then I walked to Su Qingqing. He looked at the other person and said that since we broke up, something that originally belonged to you, it's time to return it to you. As I said that, I reached out and patted Su Qingqing on the shoulder. Su Qingqing immediately showed her disgust towards me. Push me away immediately. Take your dirty hands off. But the next second, Su Qingqing suddenly felt a little dizzy. An inexplicable feeling of fatigue swept over my body instantly. I smiled. Then he reached out and patted Qin Hao on the shoulder. You must take good care of Qingqing. But when I finished speaking, Qin Hao felt his anus tighten. Standing there, his legs tightened unconsciously. The flame in the palm of my hand also went out. After seeing Qin Hao next to Su Qingqing, I know there is probably a green grassland above my head. So when I first came into contact with Su Qingqing, I will take the leukemia that originally belonged to the other person, gave it back to the other party. Finished these, I left the scene directly. Lin Man still clutched his abdomen, but there was a happy smile on his face. Shen Wubing, what did you just do to them? I shook my head. It's nothing. Just take what originally belonged to Su Qingqing. Just give it back to him. As for Qin Hao, give him a small meeting gift, not life-threatening. Lin Man was stunned for a moment after hearing this. Qin Hao will not endanger his life. Does that mean Su Qingqing may endanger her life? Think of this. Lin Man subconsciously raised his head to look into my eyes, but I just turned my head away, and he spoke calmly and said to Dolan Man, thank you for speaking up today. I can help you once, but don't pry into my thoughts. Lin Man lowered his head. Say sorry in a low voice. I didn't mean it. Just got used to it. And I didn't continue this topic. Lin Man, what disease do you have? Although I can be on the other side, see the word learn, but it won't show the other party's illness. After these years of research, I gradually discovered the role of the colors of these words. White, they are those diseases that can be cured by themselves without taking medicine. The green ones are those that require injections and medicines, even hospitalization. Blue words, generally, these are serious illnesses. If not handled properly, it may even endanger life. As for purple, at present, the most common symptoms on my body are purple symptoms. For example, my mother's advanced lung cancer and Su Qingqing's leukemia. Lin Man's hand kept covering his abdomen after hesitating for a few seconds. Open tract appendicitis. I'm full of questions about appendicitis. Why don't you go to hospital for surgery? Lin Man hesitated again. Finally, he gritted his teeth and said, I have no money. I looked at the other party's simple outfit again. After thinking about it, I stepped forward and patted Lin Man on the shoulder. Then the black hole in my body resurfaced. Just a few seconds. I just feel my belly. There was a sharp pain, but I soon got used to the pain. Feel the changes in your body. Then he said to Lin Man that you helped me today. I helped you too. We're all settled now. I don't want to have too much interaction with Lin Man. I believe no one wants to come into contact with him. What's more, I have far more secrets than the average person. Then I returned to the dormitory. Just entered the dormitory. There was another stabbing pain in the abdomen. I reached out and rubbed my belly. I want to get this appendix removed as soon as possible. Immediately afterwards, Qin Hao's face appeared in my mind unconsciously. All the hemorrhoids were taken away. He probably wouldn't mind having more appendixes. Why is the third child laughing? Come and have a look. It's time to fully enroll students in the class. This person's name is Ziyu. He's the boss in the dormitory. This guy's family is very rich. I dated more than 10 girlfriends at the same time. But what is admirable is that even those girls know he is a scumbag, but still don't want to break up with him. So, Ziyu's reputation in the school is quite big. Although they are all negative, I look at the phone. Ignore the abdominal pain. In response to the call of the military, our school will carry out on-class selection activities on the 18th of this month. All current students can participate. Students who pass the selection can join the class. I then asked the three of you if you all want to participate. I will definitely participate. You don't know. Students who pirated copies will be honored if they tell them about it. Picking up girls is twice the result with half the effort. I also want to participate. They all say that it is easier for students who pirate to find jobs, make more money. This person is the second child in the dormitory. His name is Kion, from a rural area below Ice City. Everyone's attention. I looked at the last boy wearing glasses. Third brother. Are you going? If you go, I will go, Xiao Zhaodao asked. I smiled bitterly. I'll still try it, but you also know my body. It is very likely that you will not pass the review. And just then, the phone suddenly rung. I took one look at the caller number and hung up. I saw Ziyu Zhang looking at me with a strange smile on his face. It's your actress girlfriend calling again. I smiled bitterly. Then he said in a calm tone, "What girlfriend?" After breaking up, Ziyu smiled indifferently. It's normal for young couples to quarrel. Appropriate quarrels can also promote emotional development. I'm an expert in this area. He and Qin Hao are together. Heard this sentence? The smile on Ziyu's face froze instantly. Qian Meng and Zhao Zhaodao also looked at me instantly. Three people look ugly. Ziyu looked at Qian Meng aside. Open your mouth and say dick. Follow me. I'll stop in front of them. Ziyu is going. I know exactly what to do. That's how he is. On weekdays, the four of them can play whatever they want. No one is really angry. But once an outsider bullies someone in their dormitory, it's like Ziyu has changed into a different person. This guy really dares to stab someone with a knife. I opened my mouth because of him. Not worthy, he is not worthy. But I have to get my brother's face back. Second brother, follow me. Fuck him. Finished. He took the money and disappeared into the dormitory without looking back. Third brother, what should we do? Only then did Zhao Zhaodao react. Ziyu took Qian Meng to find a fight with Qin Hao. Zhao Dao, go to the fighting gym to find Yi Qin now. Just say, I'm looking for him. Let him go directly to Qin Hao's dormitory. Zhao Zhaodao nodded. Then he quickly ran out of the dormitory. I called that number back before the other party can speak. I bluntly told Mr. Dolin, I got into some trouble at school. I might break a leg of the student who stole the class. Like this, Mr. Lin on the other end of the phone, almost without any hesitation. Just say it directly. You can do it with confidence. I'll send someone over right away. You must know that no matter where the students in the Taoist class are, they are all figures held in the palm of your hand. Okay, I nodded. Walking towards the outside of the dormitory, Mr. Lin was terminally ill at the time. I was the one who saved him. Later, I learned how I saved him. It turned out to be after transferring his illness to herself. Mr. Lin has always felt that he owes me a life. So in the past 2 years, he is always looking for something that can help me solve my disease. Dinkeng First Hospital. Qin Hao looked at Su Qingqing beside him with a shocked expression. You have leukemia. I had leukemia before, but it's healed. I don't know what happened this time. Su Qingqing looked panicked. Do you still remember? We were all fine before. It was after his hands touched us without any disease. Our two bodies all have symptoms of varying degrees. And these words, Qin Hao didn't believe it at all. Okay, stop messing around. I have something else to do. Let's go first. Looking at Qin Hao's eyes without any emotion, Su Qingqing panicked. At this time, Ziyu's voice didn't delay you. Male thieves and female prostitutes, let's fight together. The words boss Z don't seem to be used in this way. Qian Meng reminded from the side. Ziyu turned to look at Qian Meng. Then he said, do you really think that you're boss? I am uneducated? Ziyu took a step forward, pointing at Qin Hao. He said, you can't enter the Jade Gate. How and where? Traitor. Adulterer, steal someone's property, drilling into the arms, hidden by the top, shark fin white. Is there anything evil you wouldn't do? After listening to Ziyu's words, all three of them were stunned. Qin Hao reacted. Finger Ziyu. Ziyu said angrily, do you really think I dare not touch you? Ziyu stepped forward, walked to Qin Hao, said word for word, hey, you're really right. You really don't dare to touch me. As Ziyu said, Qin Hao really didn't dare to touch the other party. The Z family is in Binking. That's the level of a local emperor. It is no exaggeration to say, ZY stamped his feet. The whole Ice City will tremble. And Ziyu is the only grandson of Mr. Ziwu, Z's only seedling. Qin Hao's forehead veins popped up. He was obviously very angry with the other party. Qin Hao, before dark today, go kneel down and apologize to my brother. I won't argue with you. At this time, only then did Qin Hao react. It turns out that Ziyu is here to help Shen Wubing find a place. Then he turned to look at Su Qingqing. It's all because of this bitch. Ziyu asked me to apologize to Shen Wubing. You are dreaming. Ziyu nodded appreciatively. Then he said okay in an understatement. If you have the guts, I'll break your legs today. Then come and try it. Qin Hao's eyes flashed. Then a blazing flame appeared in the palm of his hand. Grandson comes out in the middle of the night. This is a hospital. Don't affect other patients. Let's go out and solve it. As he spoke, he waved to Qin Hao, and Qin Hao took out his mobile phone from his pocket, quickly edited a message, sent. Then he raised his feet and followed up. Only the pale-faced Su Qingqing was left. Su Qingqing wiped the tears on her face, saying to himself, I'm right. I just want to make myself better. I just pursue my own happiness. What's wrong with me? After saying that, he got up from the ground, chased towards Qin Hao's back. Qin Hao just walked out of the hospital door. I saw Ziyu and those fierce and strong men behind him, but it would be too shameful to go back now. In the end, he gritted his teeth and walked over. Ziyu said with a gloomy face, are you trying to bully the minority with more? The words just fell. A strong man rushed up. Your name is Qin Hao. Qin Hao gritted his teeth and said, How dare you touch me today? Master Zhu will not let you go, even if your Z family covers the sky with only one hand in Binking. But the law enforcement team is not something that your Z family can control. Ziyu frowned. Taoist class teacher. He is also the deputy captain of the law enforcement team. This is indeed a problem. Ziyu seemed to have thought of something. Eyes light up. It would be better to throw you into the Songjiang River afterwards. There must be nothing the law enforcement team can do against me. Just then, a low voice came from not far away. The young master of the Z family has such a strong tone. King Hao walked towards the other party and pointed at Ziyu and said, Master Zhu, you just heard it all. He wants to kill me. You want to throw me to Songjiang? Master Zhu calmly said, hello. I'd like to see it. How lawless is the Z family in Binking? As he said that, he gave Z a cold look. Yes or no? The company's law enforcement team and the Taoist class established by the military department. Don't even pay attention to Xia. The National Military Department is the most powerful armed organization in the entire Xia Kingdom. Control the security issues of the entire Xia Kingdom. And the reason why students in Taoist classes are valued is because the Taoist class was established under the leadership of the military department. And the students in the class who awaken powerful abilities, after graduation, you will have the opportunity to join the military. And the reason why Master Zhu took the risk of offending the Z family, he also had to come forward to help Qin Hao. It is precisely because Qin Hao is the best student in Binking Taoist class. Although the Z family is now very powerful in Binking, but ZY is old, and ZU is now 22 years old, but not awakened yet. The Z family is destined to go downhill like this. Therefore, Mrs. Zhu is more optimistic about the Qin family, although the Qin family is not worth mentioning now. But Qin Hao is here. The Qin family must prosper. The man whom Ziyu called Brother Tiger stepped forward, looking at Mr. Zhu coldly. Zhu Changsheng, Zi's family works. Are you sure you want to intervene? Zhu looked at the other party up and down, then smiled. It turned out to be Mr. Ziwu's subordinates, Huya among the 4 generals of Jackal, Tiger, and Leopard. But I'll take care of this matter. Just then, a coughing sound reached everyone's ears. Ziyu frowned slightly. Why are you here? Qin Hao whispered a few words in Zhu's ear. Tell the whole story. Tell the other person briefly. After hearing this, Mrs. Zhu nodded slightly. Since this happened because of you, then let you and Qin Hao solve the problem. I chuckled and said Master Zhu might not know. My health has not been very good, so I asked someone to do it for me. Then the boy behind me took a step forward. Only then did everyone turn their attention to him. Both Master Zhu and Qin Hao looked stiff. Yi King, why are you here? So he frowned slightly. A flash of displeasure flashed in his eyes. Yi King spoke calmly and explained. Brother Bing is kind to me. He's in trouble now. I'm definitely coming. Student of Yi King Dao class, awakened the ability and fighting instinct a year ago. Qin Hao, the director of the school's Sanda department. You can't say anything to him. No victory at all. I can only pray that I won't be beaten to death. Yi King, you really have to take care of this matter. Zhu naturally knew that Qin Hao was no match for him, so he continued to threaten. Even if he offends me, offend the entire Taoist class and the law enforcement team. Heard this sentence, Yi King was also slightly stunned. It seems that Zhu Changsheng is the head teacher of the Taoist class, to actually say such a thing, blatantly threatening students. But he still nodded. See this scene. Zhu Changsheng was about to get angry. I walked up to him. Zhu Changsheng said weakly, did I give you face? Zhu Changsheng was obviously taken aback. Shen Wubing's surname is Shen. He is in mind. Quickly searched the various big families in Binking, even senior military officials. There is no one named Shen. Then his face instantly turned gloomy, looking at Shen Wubing coldly. You are talking to me. Otherwise, Zhu Changsheng, I asked you if I gave you face. At this time, even Ziyu couldn't help but say that Lao San is awesome. Zhu Changsheng didn't think about it anymore. Have you ever been threatened by a student? Zhu Changsheng stepped forward slowly, walked to me in one step, whispered, boy, believe it or not, I can kill you right now. Even the Z family can't protect you. I shook my head slightly. Master Zhu said with a smile, stay away from me. I'm sick, and I'll be careful to infect you. What else does Zhu Changsheng want to say? I heard a sudden sound of brakes. Immediately afterwards, a jeep parked directly in front of the hospital. A woman in military uniform walked down. He greeted me and said, you are Shen Wubing, right? Hello. My name is Zhang Enki. I took a look at this beautiful person, a girl with a bit of heroic spirit between her eyebrows. Hello, I heard you're going to break the leg of a student who stole the class. Is the fight over? Encountered some obstacles. I haven't hit yet. Zhu Changsheng heard the conversation between the other party and me. I couldn't help but feel a little panicked, so he took the initiative to speak. I dared to ask, but he is from the military department. My name is Zhu Changsheng, deputy captain of Ice City Law Enforcement Team. He is also the class teacher of the Taoist class at the Polytechnic University. Zhang Enki glanced lightly, but he didn't pay attention to it. The other party looked at me again, asked, is this the obstacle you are talking about? I nodded in response. Zhang Enki glanced at Zhu Changsheng. Then he said expressionlessly that the military department was doing something. Take your people and step aside. Zhu Changsheng looked embarrassed. The other party from beginning to end, they don't have anything to prove their identity. Just let him give up Qin Hao. He obviously doesn't want to. Seeing that the other party did not retreat, Zhang Enki frowned slightly. You didn't hear what I said? Zhu Changsheng asked tentatively. I don't know if I can show my id. Hearing Zhu Changsheng's words, Zhang Enki had almost no hesitation. decision. He reached out and pulled out the silver-white pistol from his waist, shot Zhu Changsheng. High-speed rotating bullets. It almost flew over Zhu Changsheng's scalp. Everyone is stunned, looking at Zhang Enki in shock. At this time, Zhu Changsheng's legs went weak, collapsed directly to the ground. Zhang Enki glanced at him with disdain. Such person, be the head teacher of the class. What kind of decent students can you teach? Zhang Enki put away her pistol. Obstacle cleared. Whose legs are you going to break now? It's time to take action. Qin Hao looked at Yi Qin with a solemn expression. This moment, he knew he couldn't escape no matter what. The plane gritted its teeth, stood up. If I lose, I'm willing to leave a leg. But what if you lose? Then what do you want? Let me go. This matter has been revealed. Although Qin Hao was talking to Yi Qin, but his eyes looked towards. I smiled and said to you now, you are not qualified to negotiate conditions with me. Isn't Shen Wubing because of a woman? I didn't spend more than 2 hours with her. Nothing happened between us. Now I give her back to you. Let's forget it like this. Su Qingqing couldn't believe her ears. In school, Qin Hao, the much anticipated, he actually bowed his head to such a transparent person like Shen Wubing. What did you say? Qin Hao interrupted Su Qingqing's words harshly. Shut up. It's all because of you, bitch. I didn't answer the other person's words, because I know Yi Qing will not lose. Let's start. Yi Qing clenched her fists. His expression became serious. Upon hearing this, Qin Hao's palm instantly ignited a ball of flame. Zhang Enki took out a lollipop from nowhere. Fire elemental awakening. A bit interesting. As he said that, he handed the lollipop to me. Do you want to eat sweets? I shook my head and refused. Thanks, but I have diabetes. Soon, the outcome was decided between the two. Qin Hao fell heavily to the ground. I said to Yi Qin, thank you for your hard work. This is the end of the matter. Ziyu suddenly called out to Yi Qin. Wait. Leave this to me. I am most willing to beat up a drowned dog. As he said that, he took out a baseball bat, walked towards Qin Hao, who fell to the ground. Zhang Enki took a deep look at Ziyu, then said to me, he is afraid that Daobin and the law enforcement team will retaliate against you later. So I want to take care of this matter for you. Of course, I know what Ziyu is thinking, but he didn't stop him, just said with a smile,